You ever wonder what you could learn about a place from a source you'd never think to look at? Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. We're going to dig into a local drain cleaner's website to uncover the surprisingly cool story of a community, its history, and the hidden problems lying just under everyone's feet. Okay, let's jump right in.
So this is the big question for this explainer. And yeah, it might sound a little weird, right? But we're going to see how the services, the advice, and even the local history of business shares can paint this incredibly vivid picture of the town it serves. It's kind of like an investigation, and our subject is a place called Inverness, Illinois.
All right, first things first, we gotta set the scene. Before we can even get to the problems lurking in the pipes, we have to understand the town itself. And believe it or not, this story kicks off nearly 200 years ago.
What's really wild here is just how fast this place changed. It starts out as a frontier settlement, Deer Grove, way back in 1836. Then fast forward 100 years, and this one developer, Arthur T. McIntosh, swoops in and buys up 1,500 acres to build a planned community. By 1939, people are moving into brand new homes, and by the 60s, it's an official village. I mean, that is a lightning-fast journey from the frontier to full-blown suburbia.
And this is where all that history has landed us. Today, Inverness has a population of just over 7,600 people. That size, it really helps create that classic tight-knit suburban village vibe, which is a direct result of that very deliberate planning we just saw.
Now, here's the crucial detail. From the very beginning, Inverness was designed to feel spacious and green. This one rule, a minimum of 1 acre for every single lot, was put in place specifically to shape its character. And it worked. It created this beautiful leafy suburb with big, mature trees and huge yards. But, as we're about to find out, that very character, well, it ends up creating its own unique hidden problems.
And this, right here, is where the trouble begins. Because beneath that perfect, idyllic surface, under all those big landscaped properties, a quiet conflict is playing out. A battle inside the pipes.
These are the telltale signs, the little everyday annoyances that hint at a much bigger issue. You know what I'm talking about. That weird gurgling sound from the kitchen sink, or the shower that takes forever to drain. These aren't just little quirks of an old house. They're symptoms. They're signs that the whole system is under some serious stress.
And here they are, the two main villains of our story. It's either a major clog in the main sewer line or, and this one's almost poetic, it's tree roots getting where they don't belong. Yep, those same beautiful, mature trees that give Inverness its charm are constantly searching for water underground, and, well, sewer pipes are a pretty irresistible source. And this quote just ties it all together perfectly. The source itself points out that these problems are most common in, you guessed it, the exact kind of properties that define Inverness. Older homes, the ones built in that mid-century boom, surrounded by decades of beautiful landscaping. The town's greatest asset is also the direct cause of its biggest plumbing headache.
Okay, so if you're a homeowner and this is happening to you, what do you even do? This is where the website shifts gears, moving from just describing the problem to actually offering a solution. It's all about arming residents with the knowledge they need to fight back.
And really, it all boils down to this choice right here. On one side, you've got simple, proactive stuff. Getting your drains cleaned every year, using a sink strainer, not pouring grease down the drain. On the other side, that's where you get the emergency consequences. A sudden water backup, super expensive property damage, and the total chaos of an emergency call. The choice seems pretty obvious, doesn't it?
So, when it's time to actually call a professional for help, here's your checklist. And honestly, this isn't just for drain cleaning, this is solid advice for hiring anybody to work on your home. Are you legit? Are you transparent? Do you use modern tech? And do you stand by your work? It's all about making a smart, informed decision, not a desperate one.
All right, so you know what questions to ask. Now let's look at the cool tech the professionals bring to the fight. We're way beyond just a simple plunger here. We're talking about specialized equipment designed to solve these deep, nasty, underground problems.
First up, you've got power rotting. Think of this as the brute force option. It's basically a powerful, flexible, rotating cable with these mean-looking cutting blades on the end. It just physically chews through dense clogs and tree roots, forcing a path for water to get through again.
Then there's hydrojetting. Now, if power rotting is like breaking through a blockage, hydrojetting is like a deep clean. It uses these incredibly high-pressure jets of water to just blast away years of caked-on grease and gunk from the pipe walls. It basically restores them so they're almost like new.
And this is the real game changer, the video inspection. Before they even start the work, they can send a tiny waterproof camera down into the pipes to see exactly what's wrong and where it is. This takes all the guesswork out of the job. It's like getting an MRI for your drains, so they know they're using the right tool for the right problem.
So let's just take a step back for a second. We've gone from the history of a town to its plumbing problems to the high-tech tools used to fix them. What does it all really tell us when we put the whole story together? What this all comes down to is that a community is so much more than just the houses and people you can see. It's a complex system, and for that system to run smoothly, it relies on a whole hidden network of services just like this one. Services that work right at that messy intersection where a town's history, its natural environment, and all its man-made infrastructure smash into each other.
So how do people even find these essential services today? Well, check this out. The website's own poll gives us a fascinating little snapshot. It's overwhelmingly digital. A whopping 2/3 of people find help through a simple Google search, and the other third use maps. It just goes to show how critical a digital presence is, even for the most hands-on local businesses out there.
And that just brings us full circle. We started with a simple website for a drain cleaner, and we ended up with a story about frontier settlers, suburban planning, and an underground battle between trees and pipes. It really makes you wonder, right? What other unexpected stories about where you live are hiding in plain sight on the digital storefronts you scroll past every single day?